Okay, let's jump right in. What a massive weekend it was for Schoolboy Rugby.
Absolutely huge. The King Price Derby series really brought the heat, didn't it?
Yeah, those big double headers were back. KZN, Western Cape, plus other, really significant games the sources mentioned.
Definitely. The weekend wrap article you sent over, it paints a picture of just non-stop action. Loads of drama.
Incredible performances too, individual and team. And there was that one really special player milestone in there too.
Exactly. We're talking Bosch, Berg, Westville, Kearsney.
Out-Tanaka, Oakdale, Northwood, Hilton. All the big names were involved.
A lot to cover.
Okay, so where do we start? It has to be that Southern Suburb Derby, right? Bosch versus Berg.
Oh, absolutely. Friday, overcast, iconic setting.
And the stakes were high. Bosch, according to the source, were on this incredible run.
Incredible's right. Unbeaten in, 10 SS4 derbies since June 2023?
Yeah, that's a crazy record they were trying to keep alive.
But the article makes it clear, Berg were looking really dangerous this year.
They came in off those big wins against Grey High and Parle Boys.
So they weren't just there to make up the numbers. The source hints they were properly fired up to, break that Bosch dominance.
Right. Both teams rested, 2 weeks off after wins.
Yeah, but Bosch, the home side, apparently started a bit slower.
Seems like it. And Berg, wow, they just jumped on it.
The source talks about a flurry of tries, like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, first 20 minutes, Berg goes 14-7 up, then 21-7, an Ahmad Bahardine try in there, Yakin Ahmed kicking the conversions.
Commanding lead early on, that's a statement.
But Bosch, they've got quality. They fought back before halftime.
They did. The article points to tries from Joshua Neal and Caleb Bell. Key moments. Felt like the momentum was shifting.
It really did. You thought, okay, here comes Bosch.
Right when Bosch was building, Winberg's adieu.
Ah, yes. The incredible line break the source mentioned. His second try.
Crucial timing, wasn't it?
Absolutely, because Bosch were fighting back, getting closer.
And that try just kept Berg ahead, maintained that 7-point gap at the break, even with Bosch finishing the half strong.
So important psychologically, you'd think.
Definitely. Then the second half stayed super tight.
Yeah, the first points didn't come until 16 minutes in, 51 minutes on the clock.
And it was Bosch who scored first in the second half.
Yeah.
Continuing that momentum.
It was Caleb Bell again, wasn't it? His second try.
Yeah, with a brilliant dummy, according to the source, that leveled the scores, comeback complete.
And then Bosch actually took the lead for the first time, Matthew Gulbin crashing over.
You've got to think, with time ticking down, Bosch lead. Surely that's it. Streak safe.
You would think, but Berg just wouldn't quit.
No way. 8 minutes left. The article talks about a powerful maul.
Noah Yealy gets bundled over. Try.
And then the conversion. Ahmad Bahardine again. From the sideline in stunning fashion, says the source.
To tie it up, 33-33, just unreal drama.
Honestly. Wait, there's more.
No.
Final 3 minutes. Penalty awarded to Berg.
Okay.
Oh, quick tap.
He didn't.
Oh, he did? 40-meter sprint. Try. Wins the game.
Wow. Just wow. So Winberg win it right at the death?
And Bosch's 2-year Derby unbeaten streak. Just like that.
And the article frames it as Bug's first major step towards potentially being crowned the best Southern Suburb side of 2025.
Huge result. What a game to kick off the weekend coverage.
Absolutely defining, based on the write-up. Okay, let's shift gears slightly.
Belarus. A different kind of buzz there. A celebration.
Yeah, the source mentions past and present players gathered for Keenan Stoffels. Twinkle Toes.
Love that nickname. And the reason. Reaching 50 first-team caps against Stellenbosch.
That's massive at a school like Paul Roos, isn't it?
Huge.
Yeah.
The article says he's only the, 8th player ever to hit 50 caps for the Maroon Machine.
Incredible achievement, puts his name right in their history books.
Yeah, the source calls him one of the all-timers in the school arena. High praise.
And he did it in just 3 years of playing first team?
Speaks volumes about his consistency, his importance to the side.
And he's not done yet. Well-deserved recognition for him. Great, the article highlighted it.
For sure. Okay, staying in the Cape, Otenequa versus Oakdale.
Right. This one sounds like it was a bit more one-sided.
Yeah. The article producer calls it a run-over for the traveling 15.
Half a century points later. Ouch. Oakdale won 50-7.
Dominant. And what's interesting, according to the article,
is that Oakdale were coming off that loss to Paul Gim last week, right? 29-9.
Exactly. So this was them avenging a disappointing showing, as the source puts it, making a statement.
Definitely a statement. 7 tries for Oakdale.
And Jandrian Goosen, kicking well, got 15 points himself. just a really comprehensive performance described there.
Okay, let's head over to KZN then. They had that double derby format going on too.
Yep. First up, Northwood hosting Hilton. It was Northwood's Old Boys Day as well.
So you'd expect Northwood, with that physical pack, 4 Craven Week players, you'd expect them to be really up for it.
You would. But the source says Hilton College were unfazed by the occasion.
Just came in and lit up the Reese Edwards field, spoiled the party a bit.
Seems like it extinguished that home atmosphere.
Yeah.
And Liema Nila.
Ah, him again. The source highlights him.
Yeah, once again, orchestrated a victory, played with usual skill and precision.
So Hilton take that one, 35-22. Tough one for Northwood on their day.
Definitely. Then the other KZN Derby in the source, Westville hosting Kearsney.
And Westville, they're on that invincible 2025 run, aren't they?
They really are. The article points out this win against Kearsney was their 4th Derby victory this season.
Wow. Who else have they beaten in derbies?
Source list, DHS, Hilton, and Northwood. So they are just rolling through their rivals.
Seriously impressive. Building what the article calls a dream campaign.
Yeah, they once again performed. And Jadrian Afrikaner.
He had a big game.
Patrick, an early brace, then another score early in the second half.
Nice. So Westville cruised in the end?
Yeah, the source says they eased in the end to a 33-15 win, just continuing their dominance. So you've now got the key takeaways from a really busy weekend, all pulled from that wrap-up piece.
Incredible comebacks, last gasp winners, historical moments, teams hitting their stride.
Yeah, we covered the end of Bosch's amazing run, Stoffels joining that elite club, Oakdale and Westville looking strong, Hilton getting a big away win. This weekend definitely delivered.
It really did. So here's something to think about. What does the end of a long streak like Bosch's actually mean for them, for their season?
And maybe just as much for Windberg, right? Does the article hint at a real power shift in the southern suburbs, maybe?
Good question. And what about teams like Westville? Their continued dominance highlighted in the source. How does that shape expectations and, the rankings picture moving forward?
Lots to chew on there as the season unfolds.